지나가는 사람이잖아.
We'll go to the park, laugh away the blues. People will stare, asking have they lost their minds. And when it gets dark, we'll play our favorite tune, heart and soul. Dance under the moon when
It's as simple as it seems. A twinkle in your eyes, the way that time slows down when you kiss me. As we fall asleep in a bed of butterflies, just close your eyes and then you'll see it. You don't ever have to look too far. You don't have to cover up your scars. You're perfect, darling, just the way you are. So before you think to rip yourself apart, open up my heart and you'll find love.
자, 물 먹어. 응. 물 먹어. 꼭 좀 따줄게. 하나 더 먹을래?
Do I have what it takes to make you fall in love with me? Am I the real deal or just another one of those who fake it? Maybe I don't really know you. Maybe I don't really know myself. Let me rest in your arms until the morning comes and fades away our fear. I want to grow up with you. Cliche to say, but it's true. Tell me you see me just as I see.
Bell ringing aloud, but I'll never get myself out. It's only a lifetime, we can't wait.
민이야,
Drown out the sound
조심해.
till it's too late. Don't be proud. Bull hunting you down. Hide in the alleys, but it finds you out. Covered in crimson, head to toe. You live for the chase, but you act like you don't.
얘 심심해. 응? 심심해? 뭔 소리야? 아유, 심심해. 놀아줘. 비누 놀아줘. 비누 엄마가 비누 안 놀아줘. 엎드려, 엎드려. 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 아니야, 입고 있어.
I'm just gonna be a couple minutes inside.
절에 가세요?
Rainy days don't seem so wet. Stormy nights don't stay. From the moment that we met, you were worth the wait. Oh, this could be the best thing that I'll ever know. Talk for hours and never slept. Two silhouettes on the concrete steps. We watched the sun as it slowly crept from the horizon to the place we met. Oh, this could be the best thing that I'll ever know.
엄마 밥 먹는데 튀김하고 있어.
방울아.